you want to do that?
I don't know. That was awful. All right, let me pull up my notes here. So I'm cutting my head off here. Sit back. All right. All right, we'll get started. Hey everyone, we're excited to have Ashley and Rusty from Team World Vision with us today. They've been working on creating a new program called the Global 6K that churches across the country have been signing up for to get their congregation in shape, to reach their community, and ultimately bring clean water to thousands of children around the world. So first question for you guys, what is Team World Vision and how did you get so passionate about this cause?
Yeah, thanks, Kurt. Team World Vision, the best way to describe it is to use an analogy that my youth pastor once gave me, where he said, Rusty, you're not in relationship with someone until you either laugh with them, sweat with them, or cry with them. Until you do one of those three things, you're not in true relationship with someone. So what we do at Team World Vision is we allow people to laugh with the kids we serve in Africa, to sweat for them, and even occasionally cry with them. Now, most of the time that happens through empowering churches to run marathons on behalf of our water projects. But it's kind of a cool story because me and Ashley both come to Team World Vision with very different and unique perspectives. And so Ashley, maybe you should go first. How did you get involved with Team World Vision?
So I actually sponsored a child through World Vision. I am not a runner. I always like to preference every conversation with that. I am not a runner. I do not like to run, but I sponsored a child through World Vision. I saw that this position was open and I came to Team World Vision that way. I have now started to run a little bit, but I still don't like it.
She just did her first 5K, so she did just do a race, but
still don't like it. But that's how I gradually came to Team World Vision. And the rest of your story is the complete opposite.
Ashley loved the cause first, and very honestly, in 2008, I was in a real rough spot in my life, going through some depression, and I didn't know anything about World Vision or even the global poor and how to serve them, but a guy asked me to run a race for Team World Vision, and I had never run before either. But then in 2008, I finished my very first ever Chicago Marathon, and it transformed my life. It brought me into community. My wife and I still go to that church that got me to sign up for the marathon because it's where I formed church outside of the walls of the church. And so I came to Team World Vision as a volunteer through running, and then kind of fell in love with the cause. And that's kind of a cool way to see the difference between our stories there. Yeah,
that's awesome. So what is the Global 6K then? You said, Team World Vision is primarily marathons and half marathons. What are you guys doing with the 6K here?
Yeah, so the laugh, sweat, and cry experience is special to Team World Vision. The only problem is the last 10 years, Kurt, is that we've only had the opportunity to run half and full marathons. And that's kind of a high level of accessibility. It's hard to get people to do that. So we said, well, what if we can create an event where churches can get their communities together, where they can get their people and their congregations to laugh, sweat, and cry a little bit for these kids at a much more accessible bar. So a quick note before I kick it over to Ashley is that 6K is actually the average distance children and women have to walk for water in Africa. So instead of making a 5K, we went ahead and made it a 6K. Then when anyone signs up for the 6K at any church around the country, you're actually going to get to see the kid that you bring clean water to on your bib. So when you register, if Mercy was your bib, that means Mercy will have clean water in the next 6 to 12 months because of your race. So we had this idea of this race. We had this idea of creating it. But when Ashley came on, I said, Ashley, we want churches to host this on their own for their own people, right? And we said March 19th in celebration of World Water Day, we want to equip them to do so. And you're not a runner, so you should think like a non-runner. So how should we do that?
Yeah, the thing I love about being on this team and being a person that is not a runner is that the things that don't sound intimidating to the runners on the team, they always sound intimidating to me. So I think exactly like somebody who has never run before. So when Rusty started to talk about this idea of the Global 6K, I'm like, wait. You want people who have probably never even run a race to put on a race, and host it? Like, how are we going to do that? So let me tell you how. We've made it extremely simple.
Ashley's made it extremely simple.
So the first thing is we will walk you through everything. So that's the first thing to know and keep in your mind is that we walk you through everything. We're here 24/7. Aaron Eicher, who's another member of our team, is here. We like to say 24/7 to answer any questions. The other cool thing is that we've created all of these materials for anybody who signs up to be a host site to access online. But not just that, we're going to send you a starter kit in the mail. In that starter kit, you're going to get the official Global 6K for Water Planning Guide. And this is a 10-page document that takes you step by step of how to plan out the event and how to put on the event. And it even takes you to race day. It gives you a script of what to say and what to do on race day that you just rip out of this guide and take with you. We'll send you postcards to market the event. We'll send you posters. We'll send you everything you need to get people to come to this event and to put on this event.
Mm-hmm.
The other really cool thing is, like Rusty said, is when people register, you don't have to worry about making sure that they get their materials. So when people register for your host site, they're going to receive all of these things, the t-shirt and the bib and the medal. So we've pretty much taken care of everything for you here. The last thing that is really cool is that when your host site reaches 20 people registered, we're going to send you these yard signs that are sitting behind us in the mail. And those are start to finish yard signs that you stick in the ground, 6K. And in between, they tell a really beautiful story of Maureen, who's a child who didn't have water. And now she does because of World Vision's water project. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah. The Global 6K is an event in a box. And yeah.
Because of you. You're pretty awesome. So thank you, actually.
That's awesome. So I know this is a new program, so you may or may not have a story, but how are churches using this event to reach their community? Do you already have ideas around how churches are using this to really make their church known throughout the community and to mobilize not only just the people in their church, but those outside the walls as well?
Yeah, what's awesome about this is that churches are making this to whatever they want to make it. So there is no expectation or limit or prescribed level of experience that they have to do. So for example, we have some churches that have already signed up. They're simply going to meet in their parking lot and loop their church till they hit 6 kilometers. We have some churches that are going big and renting out parks and hope to have hundreds of people out there. It's all up to them and that experience. And we are there to help every step of the way. But the coolest story coming out so far is I got a pastor friend of mine in Odessa, Texas, who signed up to be a host site. He's got a church of around 400 or 500 people. And he's already got his park reserved. He reserved his gazebo. But what he's going to do is on the first Sunday in February, he's going to show our 1-minute 6K video that we almost have ready to be released. And he's going to pass out postcards to all his congregation and say, hey, I don't want you to sign up until you get 4 of your friends to sign up. 4 of your friends that don't go to church, because they're more likely to walk or run for a cause before they enter the walls of our church. That's what Andrew said from Odessa. And so I loved that image, because at the end of the day, if we're not bringing new people into the church and new people into Christ and to the gospel, then it's not really worth it, right? So that's the end of the goal. And we really believe that this could be the best community outreach tool a church has.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, so a church is all in. Where do they go to sign up? What's the website?
The website is worldvision6k.org, and they can sign up online, and we'll be tracking that information, and we'll reach out to you shortly after you sign up.
Awesome. Thanks again, Ashley and Rusty. To get your church involved, like I said, go to the website or connect with us on Twitter at WV_churches, and we'll get you connected to someone to talk to about the Global 6K. We're excited to get hundreds of churches to do this event to help the most vulnerable children in the world. So please sign up, go to the website. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.